Euro round of 16 prediction, guys. Without further ado, let's get into it. So first match, we got France versus Belgium. Looking at their previous matches, France actually didn't top their group, funny enough. They came second to Austria, who have been playing really well. And if I'm not mistaken, it seems last time I checked, France got through by having all their goals scored by opposition. I actually don't know any scorers for France currently. You guys let me know in the comments, but as far as I know, it's a bunch of own goals plus a bunch of other goals scored by the other teams in that table. So France have had a very underwhelming tournament so far, and yeah, we'll see how they do. So Belgium, on the other hand, made it through on 4 points, along with Romania and Slovakia, all on 4 points as well, guys. They also had a shocking start to the tournament. Honestly, they've been underwhelming for a very long time, especially since that so-called golden generation died out. Their top players are Lukaku, Shake the Leg Doku, and Kevin De Bruyne. And that tells you enough, guys. Their last match was abysmal after you saw those horrendous fans going against their own players. But honestly, you can blame them, guys. This is looking shocking for them. And looking at this game, they're two teams that are out of form, but France has more in it for me than anything else. I say they're going to win it 2-0, actually. Yeah, I don't see Belgium scoring a goal, to be honest, especially with Lukaku at the helm. It's Portugal versus Slovenia, guys. Now, this is coming off the back of a 2-0 loss to Georgia. Kvaratskhelia, yes, I got that name right. You can tag me in that, boys. Got on to the first goal. Can't remember what other Georgian player got onto a second, but they won 2-0. Ended up beating Portugal, which was their second team, to be fair, but a win is a win. Looking at where Portugal finished, they actually finished the top of their group on goal difference. And they've had a decent tournament so far. I feel like they haven't really hit their stride, to be honest, but hey, sometimes to come, so we'll see what goes on with them. Slovenia, on the other hand, I can't really tell how well they've been doing, guys, to be honest. They have decent players in their squad, looking at Jan Oblak as the keeper and Benjamin Šeško, which they had a lot of transfer controversy for, and he decided to stay at Leipzig. But I think they have potential in this tournament, but not enough to beat Portugal. So I'm going to say Portugal win that game 2-1. So Denmark, England and Slovenia all went through. Honestly, that table was looking abysmal. All the teams in that table were shocking, especially England, but we're going to get to that at another point in time. And yeah, honestly, part of that reasons why I don't think they win against Portugal, and they're lucky to get a goal, to be honest. So yeah, 2-1 to Portugal. It's Romania versus Netherlands, guys. Looking at these two teams and their past form, Romania just made it through by the skin of their teeth, finishing in a group where everyone had 4 points, guys, and unfortunately Ukraine had to take the bullet for that one. Shocker. And now looking at Netherlands, on the other hand, a team potentially really good squad players, especially in their defense. Looking at Ake, Van der Ven, who hasn't really had that much of a chance coming on, hasn't really started. Van Dijk, we all know of, and his capabilities. Dumfries, Frimpong, these guys had great seasons. And even looking at the Ligt, guys. So honestly, as much as their defense has been doing very well, they have been leaking goals, especially in their last game against Austria, where Van Dijk had an abysmal game, played a player onside to score one of the goals. And the fact that I think I saw some crazy stats, you guys let me know, where he didn't manage a tackle or an interception in the entire game, which is a really hectic for him. But yeah, we'll see how they do. Overall, in this game, I still feel like they have the capabilities to take on Romania, especially seeing as they finished third in their group, but enough to get through, obviously behind Austria and France. In this one, I feel like they'll take this game. I think it'll be closer than we think. I'm going to say 2-1 to Netherlands. Defensively, they're solid. If they can get their structure going and get their star players on the ball like Xavi Simons and Memphis Depay. Oh yeah, and star boy Gakpo, who always has really good international form. And then I think they'll be alright, guys, to be honest. And guys, we have to talk about Xavi Simons' disallowed goal against France. Free Xavi Simons, guys. That was a goal in my opinion, but hey, what can we do? Austria and Turkey, guys. I honestly, hands down, feel like this is going to be one of the most, if not the most entertaining game in a round of 16. Let me tell you why. Austria finished top of their group, guys. Ralf Rangnick, or Ragnick Lothbrok as some people are calling him, just me, has been balling out with his team since they came into this tournament, guys. I have to give it to them. They finished top of the group of death. I didn't even give them a shout as a dark horse. So for that, I take my hats off to them. And yeah, I think he deserves an apology from your boy CR7 Ronaldo. We know what he said there about him at United, so yeah. So their last game, I mentioned with Netherlands, they beat them 3-2. Very entertaining game. Obviously, Netherlands was a bit off there, but you have to give it to Austria for that one. And they finished top of their group, like I mentioned. Now, looking at Turkey, they're actually quite decent. I did mention them as a dark horse to go through, so I'm glad I got that right. Looking at players like Arda Güler, of course you know him, guys, beating Georgia 3-1 with a smasher of a goal in the 65th minute, guys. Honestly, his country's backing him, and I hope it puts him in a bit of a pole position to start for Real Madrid. Ahead of who? I have no clue. That's their problem. And they also have some decent players like Sosin and Chanahoglu, guys, honestly balling out for their countries, doing quite well. This is what we love to see in international football, to be honest. They finished second in their group, behind Portugal, who I think just got lucky, to be honest. But yeah, we have to give it to them, guys. This is going to be an entertaining game. But in my opinion, I think Austria are going to take this one. Initially, I did say 4-0, but I'm going to say 4-1. I'm sorry. I'm going to say 4-1. To Austria. I'm gonna be brave. 4-1 to Austria, guys. Switzerland versus Italy for the next one, guys. Honestly, these two teams don't really spell out an exciting game, in my opinion. Looking at Switzerland, they have some decent players, and looking at, you know, Zakaria, former Blue, Jan Sommers, and Granit Xhaka boiling out for Leverkusen, and Shaqiri, who seems to be a passport player. This guy plays international football at peak. I don't even know what club he's currently playing for, but you know he's doing well for his team and his country. They finished second to a really good German team, who I'm going to speak about at a later stage, so you have to give it to them for doing relatively well so far. And then looking at the team they're playing against, Italy, they've had a bit of an underwhelming start to the tournament. I mean, they played quite a decent game against Spain, who I think are the strongest team in this tournament so far, in my opinion, and they seem to have a decent structure going for them, but I feel like they lack the cutting edge in terms of their attack. Chiesa is a decent player, and he's picked up form again, especially since the last Euros, and he's been having like a terrible season with Juventus, been injury prone and stuff like that, but he's picking up slowly but surely, and has been one of my favorite players, in my opinion, when it comes to international football since the last tournament. But honestly, overall, Italy don't have that much to write home about, especially in terms of their individual players. Italy managed to get a last minute goal to seal their qualification into the next round and dump Croatia out. Unfortunate for them, but a draw is a draw, or qualification no matter how you look at it, guys. Honestly, against Switzerland, I feel like Italy have the capabilities to win, but you know what, I'm going to go for the brave prediction. I'm going to say Switzerland 2-1. Yeah, 2-1 to Switzerland, guys. Germany, Denmark for the next game, guys. Now, I feel like this is a David Goliath situation, and it ain't gonna end the way you think it does. Germany, I feel like we're gonna slaughter Denmark. I want to start with my score prediction of 4-0 to Germany. They've been boiling out. They have a relatively healthy goal difference. They've been playing quite well, and went against my prediction of Germany not doing well in international tournaments, so well done to them so far. As for Denmark, they've been abysmal, guys. Højlund, you United fans that came at me when I picked Jackson over Højlund for my head-to-head, he's proving his worth, guys, and he's also proving why I thought he should be sold at United. He hasn't got a single shot on target, or any shots for that matter, to be honest. I don't know what needs to happen for this guy to do well, guys. A lot of you guys say he needs more chances created for him. Who knows? Honestly, I don't see a great striker there, but yeah, they're not really doing that well, and they somehow made it to the round of 16. I think it's going to be a swift exit for them at the hands of Germany. So yeah, my goal prediction remains the same, 4-0 to Germany. Let me know what you think in the comments. England, Slovakia, guys. Now, there's so much in the media about how terrible England are doing, and I completely agree. Some people say, or most people say, it's Gareth Southgate's fault. I say it's his fault and the players' fault, guys. To be honest, in my opinion, these players don't look that great outside of the systems that they play for in their clubs, and I feel like we're coming to realize it slowly. As much as these players are really good for their clubs, looking at Jude Bellingham, Phil Foden and the lot, it seems like Southgate can't find a way to make them gel, and unfortunately they're all suffering for it. So yeah, until Southgate can solve that problem, it looks like England are going on a downward trajectory, guys. But I don't think this is the match to make it happen. They've had some easy draws going through, somehow managed to top their group in a terrible group in my opinion. 2 draws and a win, but that's enough to get them through with 5 points. So in this game against Slovakia, I feel like they're going to win it 2-1. Very narrow margins, anything can happen, we never know. But looking at Slovakia as well, they finished in the group where everyone got 4 points, and Ukraine ended up going out, but we'll see what happens with them, to be honest. Last but not least, Spain versus Georgia, guys. Georgia have done better than I thought they were going to do, especially looking at the fact that they won their last game against Portugal 2-0, like I previously mentioned. I hope they can maintain their confidence and form. To be honest, they played against the second team of Portugal, but that's confidence, guys. That's what you need when you get a win, so that's what you get. So looking forward, I say Spain are going to win this game 3-0. I think it's going to be a whitewash. They're going to get polished. Well, Georgia, that is. And Spain have been playing really well. They're very confident as well. They've fielded a very balanced team, looking at star players like Yamal, guys, Nico Williams, balling out for their countries. And Morata is actually in quite good form, to be honest. So yeah, I have to give it to Spain on this one, in my opinion. And honestly, as a prediction, winners of the tournament, guys, are looking quite strong. But you know what? I want to see them go against Austria at some point. But you know what? None of my opinion. Let me know what you think in the comments. So that's it for me, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments. Remember to subscribe, share, comment, all the good stuff, and signing out.